We're going to do the in-cab portion of the pre-trip. When you sit down, first thing you want to do is make sure your door is closed. During this part of the in-cab, you have to verbalize everything that you're doing, not only for the exam, but it will also help you remember exactly what you need to say. We're going to start with our seatbelt. It is securely mounted. It is not worn, torn, or frayed. It latches and unlatches and adjusts to me. Make sure this is on during this part. Now we're going to do the brake check. We're going to pump the service pedal 3 times. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds for the reserve hydraulic backup system to kick on, and we're going to be checking for pedal fade. So 1, 2, 3. Now hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That noise right there is the reserve hydraulic backup system kicking on, and my pedal did not fade. That part of the test has to be done at 100% or it will be an automatic fail. And they will let you go through the entire pre-trip before they tell you that you automatically failed, so it has to be done right. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a safety start. Our parking brake is set. The vehicle is in neutral. We're going to turn the key to the on position. We're going to let the needle sweep. The bus is not equipped with an ABS system or a DEF system, so there is no light or gauge to check for. Our fuel is at normal operating range. On the bus here, we have to give it a couple pumps before we start it to get it started. Now it's started. We're going to start out with the parking brake check. We're going to leave the parking brake engaged. We're going to put our foot on the service pedal and put the vehicle in drive. We're going to give it a slight tug against the parking brake to ensure that the parking brake holds the bus still. The parking brake is working properly. Now we're going to disengage the parking brake. We're going to pull forward at 5 miles per hour. We're going to come to a smooth stop. We're going to be checking to make sure the vehicle does not pull to the left or the right. We'll know that by our steering wheel, and that the service brakes bring the bus to a smooth stop. So disengage parking brake. It's already in drive. Now we're going to go forward. Five miles per hour. Come to a smooth stop. Okay, these service brakes are working properly and brought us to a smooth stop, and my steering wheel did not pull to the left or the right, ensuring that the service brakes are working properly. At this time, don't move the bus unless you are asked to do so by the examiner. They will say, put your forwardmost part of your vehicle back behind the cones. And that's what you're going to do. Put the vehicle in neutral. Set the parking brake and turn the bus off. At this point, you can go ahead and take your seatbelt off because you're going to be moving around a lot more. We are going to start the actual inspection of this now. During the inspection, you have to verbalize and point to everything on the bus that you're talking about, or you will not get credit for it on the test. So we're going to start off by our mirrors and windshield. We have, on this bus, we have 9 mirrors. You do not have to say 9, but you do have to talk about your student viewing mirror. So, all of my mirrors and my windshield are securely mounted, not cracked or broken, clean and clear. All of my mirrors, including my student viewing mirror, are properly adjusted to me, and there are no obstructions to my view in the windshield. Next, you're going to go down to your windshield wiper arms. They're securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts on the arms. Now you move up to the windshield wiper blades. They are securely mounted. They are rubber, so they hold proper tension to the windshield. There's a button over here and a knob over here to your left. You're going to use it, turn the wipers on. They are functioning properly, and my windshield washer fluid is dispensing properly. Go ahead and turn that off at this point. Now we're going to do our lighting indicators. Make sure you point to your lighting indicators as you do it and verbalize it. I'm going to test my left turn signal indicator, my right turn signal indicator. My four-way flashers knob is here, and you point up here to the two. Four-way flashers. Low beams do not have an indicator. My high beams do, and it is right here in the middle. They're all functioning properly. You go over here to your master switch, push that one on. You can see the amber light is on. We're going to open the door to turn the red light. These are for the student loading unloading lights outside the bus. The red light has came on, as well as my stop arm and my safety gate in front have deployed properly. You can check your safety gate by the mirrors in the front. Now we're going to go ahead and close the door to make sure that they retract properly as well. Watch them in the front and the side. They both have retracted properly. At this point, if you're testing during the summer, you can go ahead and open the door. Make sure you verbalize it for better wind in here, ventilation. All right, so now we did all of that. We're going to move down to the horn. It is working properly. Next, we're going to listen for the heaters and defroster. Now, this bus has heaters all the way in the very back to the front. So all these switches here control all of that. To pull them out and listen, the rear ones have turned on. The middle ones have turned on. My defrosters up here, and there's a vent down here you're going to use. All of my defrost heaters are all working properly. You can go ahead and shut them all off. Next, we're going to do our safety equipment. Over here to your left, there are spare fuses right here. Yes, you can pick them up and shake them if that helps you remember. That's fine. Just please put them back. You have a fully charged BC fire extinguisher securely mounted over here to your right, and make sure you're pointing right at it. You have 3 red reflective triangles securely mounted behind the seat. And up here you have a first aid kit and a bodily fluid kit. Both of them are securely mounted up here and fully stocked. You have to cover all of that or you will not get credit for that. Next, we're going to go to our door. Before you even get out of the seat, make sure you demonstrate that the door closes and opens properly. Now you're going to go ahead and get up. My door is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts. Now there's bolts up here and bolts down here. Just point at the nuts and bolts. You're going to tap the glass. All the glass is securely mounted, not cracked or broken, clean and clear. The seal around the window and the door is securely mounted, and they are not worn, torn, or frayed. You're going to come down here to your steps. My entry steps are securely mounted. The tread is not worn, torn, or frayed. It is clear of debris, and the tread is not loose. You're going to go to your handrail. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, and there are no missing nuts or bolts on it. After you get that done, you're going to come up here, turn the key to the on position. Over here, you'll see there's 2 knobs. Pull both of these out. You're going to walk back down here, and you have a step light as well as 5 dome lights up here. They're all securely mounted, not cracked or broken, clean and clear, proper in color, and functioning properly. And make sure your hand is just continually moving the entire time. Not only to show what you're looking at, but also it will help you remember what you're doing. After you're done with your lights, you're going to leave that key on and leave it beeping. You're going to come up here. You are now going to talk about your seats. They are securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts here on the floor. They are not worn, torn, or frayed, and the cushions are attached to the seat frame. And you're going to inspect them all the way to the very back and using your hands, tapping it all the way back to make sure they're in the same condition. Then you're coming down back here to the emergency exit door. It is securely not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. We're going to open the door, ensuring that it works properly from the inside and listening for the buzzer to turn on. That's the sound of the buzzer. We're going to go ahead and close it, ensuring that the buzzer goes off. It is working properly. I did, however, miss the glass in the door. It's not wrong, just don't leave it until you're actually, done. So the glass in the door is securely mounted, not cracked or broken, clean and clear. The seal around it is intact. Notice I didn't get it done until I moved on. So move on, all that. Then you go, last thing you go to is your windows. My student windows are securely mounted, not cracked or broken. They are clean and clear, and all of them are fully operational. Lastly, up here, you come up here to your emergency door. I will check this emergency door the same as I did the one in the rear. After that, when you come back up here to the seat, sit down for a second because you will be given a checklist on your test. Double check this checklist, triple check it if you have to. Make sure you got everything before you say, all right, I am now done with my in-cab inspection. Now you'll ask the examiner, will you please go to the outside and assist me with a light function check? And that's pretty much it. So what are we checking on the light function check? Well, first you're going to explain to the examiner what you want to check. You're going to say, I want you to go to the front, make sure you step away safely enough so the safety gate doesn't hit you. We're going to be checking our student loading and unloading lights up here, turn signals, four-way flashers, high beams and low beams. Use whatever hand signals you can to make sure you communicate it, but make sure this window over here is open so you can yell out there, make sure they can hear you what you're doing. It doesn't matter what order you're going in, make sure you get them done. I prefer you to go top to bottom. Okay, and then you're going to verbalize, you go to the very back, and you're going to be checking your left and right turn signal, your forward flashers, brake lights, student loading and unloading lights back there, as well as your safety gate and stop arm. Even though we already covered them, it doesn't hurt you to say it again. So, examiner, would you please go out there and assist me with the light function check? We're going to be checking my left and right turn signal, forward flashers, high beams, low beams, student loading and unloading lights, safety gate, and stop arm as well. When we're done with that, would you please go to the back, help me check my left turn signal, right turn signal, four-way flasher, brake lights, and student loading and unloading lights in the back, please. Yep. I already did my in-cab inspection. We did the lighting indicators with the examiner. Now we're ready to move on to the outside inspection. First, we need to make sure we have a pointer stick. That's very important on this so you can actually touch the parts. Up here, I'm not going to really use it much because I have my 5 clearance lights, my student loading and unloading lights, my turn signals, my marker lights, and my headlights, which include my high beam and low beam. Now, for testing purposes, we are going to have the headlights on. For this part right now, we're not. We'll just save our battery. So, to reiterate, clearance lights, student loading and unloading lights, turn signals, marker lights, headlight assembly that has our low beam and high beam. They are all securely mounted. They are not cracked or broken. They are clean and clear. They are all proper in color and functioning properly. Next, we move down to our safety gate. It is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts. We are now going to move over to our crossover mirror bracket and our flat mirror bracket. They are both securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any nuts or bolts. And make sure you tap where the nuts and bolts are at. Now, we're going to go under the hood for the under the hood inspection. Pop this side, and as you cross over, tell the examiner, please clear the hood. Be polite about it, don't have to yell. One more time, make sure the examiner is clear, and go ahead and pop the hood. Now you're going to walk over here. First, we're going to start with our general hoses. They are all securely mounted. They are not cracked, bent, or broken, worn, torn, or frayed, because these metal ones do count as hoses. All of my clamps are securely mounted and tight, not missing any nuts or bolts. There are no signs of leaks up here or on the ground. Make sure you're pointing at the ground. Next, you're going to go to your coolant reservoir. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts, which there are some right back here. See, these are nuts and bolts. There are no missing nuts or bolts. The cap is present and tight. There are no signs of leaks here or on the ground, and it is filled between the minimum and maximum levels. Then you're going to move all the way around to the other side. Over here, we're going to do our general hoses over here, as well as our 3 power steering hoses and our brake hose. You're going to notice we're going to hit that a couple times. So all of my general hoses, including my 3 power steering hoses and my brake hose, are all securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, worn, torn, or frayed. The clamps are present, securely mounted and tight. No missing nuts or bolts. There are no signs of leaks here or on the ground. Next, we're going to go to our hydrostatic booster, our master cylinder reservoir, which holds our hydraulic brake fluid, and our power steering reservoir. They are all securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts. The caps are present and tight. They are filled between the minimum and maximum level, and there are no signs of leaks here or on the ground. We're going to go to our oil fill reservoir and dipstick. Both of them securely, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts. The caps are secured and tight. If I were to check my oil, I would pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it back out again, make sure it's between the add and fill. If I need to put oil in my engine, I'll put it here in the oil fill reservoir. And I want to say that there are no signs of leaks here or on the ground. I am now going to move down to the frame. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no illegal holes or welds and no missing nuts or bolts. Next, we're going to go to the suspension system. So we have a front spring mount, a rear spring mount. There are bushings up inside the spring mounts, your leaf spring, and your U-bolts. We can bundle these up together as long as you hit the individual parts. They are all securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. The bushings are not worn, torn, or frayed. The leaf springs are not shifted or missing, and the U-bolts are not missing any nuts or bolts. And then we're going to go to the shock absorber. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts, and there's no signs of leaks here or on the ground. We're going to go back to our power steering hoses just in case they didn't hear it the first time. It's always good to cover a second time. So we have our 3 power steering hoses. They are securely mounted. They are not worn, torn, or frayed. The clamps are secured and tight, and they are not missing any nuts or bolts. There's no signs of leaks here or on the ground. Next, we're going to go to the power steering gearbox. It is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts, and it has liquid in it, so we want to make sure we say there are no signs of leaks here or on the ground. Next, we're going to go to our steering linkage. Those 2 words are the key words. Your steering linkage, which includes your pitman arm, your drag link, your upper and lower knuckles, and your tie rod. They are all securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any nuts or bolts, and they are secured with castle nuts and cotter pins as well. Next, we're going to hit this brake hose one more time. It is securely mounted, not worn, torn, or frayed. The clamps are secure and tight. There are no signs of leaks here or on the ground. Notice I didn't say nuts or bolts because there's none on there. Next, we're going to go to our brake system. Our calipers, pads, and rotors. CPR, remember that. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts or bolts in here. The pad is not worn excessively thin, and there are no brake contaminants. Those 2 words again. Brake contaminants such as oil or grease between the pad and the rotor. After you get done back here with your brakes, take your stick, and this will help you remember it. Right here. My tire, my steer tire. That's what it's called. We're going to keep that word going. My steer tire is evenly worn. It is securely mounted. There are no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm going to check my tread depth with a tire depth gauge, ensuring that my steer tire is no less than 4/32 of an inch, and the rest of my tires are no less than 2/32 of an inch. Lastly, on that tire, we want to inspect the inflation right here in the valve stem. We will check it with a tire pressure gauge, ensuring that it is within manufacturer specification. The valve stem is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, and the cap is on tight. We're going to go to our rim. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds. Then you have your lug nuts and your wedges. They are all present. That's very important. You have to say they are all present. They are securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no cross-threading, there's no shiny metal indicating cross-threading, and there is no excessive rust trails indicating looseness. At that point, you're done up here. You can now go ahead and close the hood. Once again, look at the examiner and say, please clear the hood. Okay, we already went to the mirror. Now we're going to go back here to the stop arm. Our stop arm is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts, and there are 4 lights on this stop arm. I will inspect them as I inspected the rest of my lights, and it is functioning properly as previously demonstrated. We're going to go to the battery box. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts. The batteries inside the battery box are securely mounted. They are not cracked or broken. They're not showing any signs of leaking here or on the ground. And then you have your cables or wires on the battery. They are securely mounted. They're not worn, torn, or frayed, and they are not showing any bare wires. The terminals are securely mounted, and there is no signs of excessive corrosion. Go ahead and shut it. Now we're going to go to our DOT tape. It is securely mounted. It is not worn, torn, or frayed. It goes down at least 50% of our bus and around the emergency door as needed. We're going to go to the clearance light and reflector. I will inspect them as I did the others. We're now going to inspect the emergency door from the outside. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no missing nuts or bolts. The glass inside the door is securely mounted. It is clean and clear, not cracked or broken. The seal is intact around it. Now we're going to demonstrate that this opens from the outside, as it does. You close it, it's working properly. Now we walk all the way back here. We have a clearance light and a reflector. We will check them as we did the others. We're going to come to the very back of the bus. We have 5 clearance lights, student loading and unloading lights, tail lights, and reflectors. We will inspect all of those as we did the other lights. We will also inspect our DOT tape back here. It is securely mounted, not worn, torn, or frayed. It goes across 100% of the bus and around the emergency door as needed. Now, this door, I will inspect it just as I did the other door, but we're going to go ahead and make sure it operates from the outside as well. It is functioning properly. We're done back here. We go to this side over here. We have our 3 clearance lights, 2 reflectors, and DOT tape. I will inspect that as I did on the other side of the bus. Our fuel tank, which is way up inside there, it is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, no illegal holes or welds. The cap is present and tight, and there are no signs of leaks here or on the ground. What I like to add at the very end is I will check this flat mirror bracket and this crossover mirror bracket just as I did the other side. And that concludes your pre-trip inspection for the outside.